got this whole WelderD XJ hybrid cage kit all in. Gonna be trying to get it buttoned up and try to get a little bit extra safety put in the Jeep. Keep me and the kiddos and the wife safe. Gonna try to get it all prepped and let's get to rolling. Got it all laid out and everything. One of the first key things that I like to try to do, make sure get all your ends where you're gonna be welding at. Try to clean them up pretty good. Always welds better to some fresh, clean metal rather than trying to weld everything just some dirty stuff. I always try to use this little sand claw stuff. I don't have any kind of actual sander, belt sander, anything to use, so what I do, I try to get it all set up here on the table just to hold it steady for me, and then take a piece long enough, that you can wrap it around there pretty good and get it cleaned up pretty fast. I tried to kind of mark and see where I'm going to be landing the tubes at and everything, so just take your sandpaper and just get it all nice and cleaned up. Having it anchored down on the table definitely helps get some pressure on it where you're not having to hold it. It makes it go pretty quick. Cleans it up real nice to get ready for those joints. Even though it doesn't, the tube's not going to be welded all the way around this one, I still like to try to make everything as clean as possible. Maybe it's more for aesthetic reasons, even though it's going to be painted, but it looks good in pictures at least. We'll get all this cleaned up and get it all set back up where we're going to be putting it all down. Now we got that side all cleaned up, flip it around, try to get the other side done. All nice and clean. Anchor back down here. Get it done some more. See how fast that goes on that top side. Definitely a good workout too. Alright, that looks fairly good. Gives us a good starting point to get all these joints together once I get everything cleared up. Still got quite a bit of just the roof halo to be done, but definitely looking a lot nicer to begin with. Something else I really like about this kit, I would have loved to fabricate a kit myself, or a cage myself, but you know, given different things going on in actual personal life and work and everything, trying to enjoy time with family, just don't have the time to do it. But you know, this cage, of course I haven't thrown it together yet, but just roughly fitting everything up, it's pretty nice seeing that, you know, everything's pre-bent, pre-notched, got different spots where the tubing will actually line up into a slot like that. Get that piece, and then you get this piece right here that'll just kind of stick right in there and help line that tube up. But something else I really like too on this kit is they have everything numbered. I'm not sure if you can see it really well. There's number 20 on the bottom one, and that's the driver's side. On the top one, there's a 20 but an M. According to the directions, the one that's an M means it's on the passenger side, so kind of helps take some of the guesswork out of it. I'm trying to get it all thrown together and test fit and everything. So far, seems like a pretty good kit, especially to start off with. I know a lot of guys, they've tended to add to it, which I'm sure I'll add to and change some things, because I know on that rear portion that I have sitting over there, with the way that I have my rear suspension set up and my shock hoops, that I'm gonna have to do things a little different. Try to tie it all in, because I'm not gonna change up my rear shock hoops. I like how all that laid out, so you know, got the Artec towers up in there. So once I do that, once I get ready for the back part, then you know, we'll have to figure out a way to tie all that stuff in. I don't have all the interior torn out yet, but trying to just get this main halo done, and then we'll get to test fit it on the top and kind of go from there and see how we can get these two to lay out right here. Get those as close to the A-pillar as possible. And I know I'm gonna end up having to cut back my rockers a little bit. Because once I put these Toyos on here, they're quite a bit bigger than the IROCs I had. So they're kind of rubbing everything, which is fine for a few trips, but it's time to kind of get all that cleaned up and changed up a little bit. Make it all articulate a little better without no rubbing. So here we go. I got the main roof hoop, roof halo, whatever you want to call it. Got it all lined up, clamped down, strapped down, laying flat on the ground. Try to get ready to get this thing, go ahead and get it tacked up, and then see how it sits on the roof of the Jeep. And we can go from there. Here we go. A little chamfer like on these ends here, you can see that I already prepped just enough to kind of try to help get the welding in there, a little bit more penetration. I haven't done any trimming or anything on these tubes so far, and man, everything fits up pretty nice and tight. So I do gotta say, that's pretty dang good quality for being a kit that you buy, especially for the cost of this kit. It's not very expensive. I think after shipping and everything, which is free shipping, Travis over at WelderD offers free shipping in the United States, I believe, and yeah, I think it was about just a little under $1,700. So that's not bad to try to make something a little bit safer for your family. just roughly throwing it up there. Seems like it's gonna line up pretty good. I thought about maybe trying to put a slight roll, let focus here, get off my finger, putting a slight roll in it here to help it follow that body line, but I don't know if I'm gonna even waste the time trying to do that. It's pretty close. I don't want it to throw off all my other bends and everything, but yeah. And just initial first fit up. Of course, I don't have the little pieces in there that tie it into the roof plates and everything like that, but once I get those in there, I think it'll turn out pretty sweet. Also, before I get too carried away, I really want to might as well try to fix this little cancer spot that good old Jeep has. But other than that, I think it's gonna work out pretty good. Had my newest sidekick standing by watching, make sure I did everything correctly. Did a great job till she had a little bit too much milk, crashed out on me. I got these little tube adapters that I'm going to be using to try to connect the A-pillar down to the rockers. That way, whenever I need to remove the cage, everything will be bolt on, bolt off. Make things a little easier if I need to make any repairs or replace the windshield. Not really having any other way to do it. This was the easiest solution I found to try to raise the cage up off the Jeep, so that way I could try to get it down and be able to weld every joint 360 degrees all the way around. So it wasn't the most ideal, a little bit redneck, but worked out pretty good. Worked out in my favor. Really didn't take that long. Trying to take this off so I can weld it all the way. Well, thanks for watching. I'm glad we got it knocked out right before our trip down to K2, just in case we needed it, which thankfully we didn't, but definitely feel a lot more secure about having it, and yeah, just feel a lot better about having some more safety for our family. So we'll keep the ball rolling with the Jeep and keep on keeping on.